How's it going, everybody? So, I actually couldn't figure out what I wanted to do today, so I figured I would just stream what I normally don't stream today, which is you're going to get to see me do a little bit of the off-screen grinding, more or less. There are a few things that I want to do on stream. We're going to do those first, and then afterwards I'm just going to do my dailies, work on my battle pass, maybe do some domain grinding. Hey, and if people want, maybe we'll do a little bit of playing with viewers. Who knows? So I believe there is a mission where we get to go visit Fujin. That's the one thing I did plan on recording for posterity. The other thing is we've saved up a little bit of primos in order to get a few more pulls on the weapon banner. And beyond that, I also never got around to doing those pulls on the standard banner that I said I would do several streams ago, so we're going to basically start with that. Alright. First things first. I guess we'll also do the Vibro-Crystal thing, because that'll give us some primos. So let's start with that. Get as many of these as we can get, because 70 primos is pretty decent. I don't try to min-max these events because I don't really have 8 or 9 really built teams, and a lot of these events tend to be very specific to very certain teams, so I've never really been bothered to get these. Man, these loading screens are killer. Actually, we're already we already have a decent chunk, so we'll start with that. So let's just go to the shop. Ah, it's Lisa in here today, huh? You can also get the Blackcliff pole. I might do that. Oh, these are available now. I've been saving for those. And I keep forgetting that I have all of these from how many times I've bought the... what's it called? The Welkin. So we're going to convert as many of these over as we can. And at the end of that, we're back up to 38 pulls already. We're definitely not going to get to soft pity, but we've gotten 5 stars in 30 pulls before. So, who knows, we might get lucky. And as for standard banner pulls, we got 30 of these, so let's just get these out of the way since I promised to do them a long time ago and then never got around to it. I don't even know what my standard banner pity is at, to be honest. When I eventually edit this for YouTube, I'll put the pity up right around where my webcam is. Right around where I put it on the last video where we did pulls. So let's see, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, game, 40, 45, 50, 55, huh. there's no 5-star in here. And it only goes back 11. So we have 55 pity, question mark? Oh well, 55 pity. So we're definitely not going to get to hard pity from where we are, but we're going to get close. This should be 65. And gold already. Not even at soft pity. We're going to do the Harbinger of Dawn counter again, too. Gaming! Hey! I finally got a Chi-Chi in my account.
And I forgot what comes next.
I would have liked to have gotten a Dia, personally. But we don't have a Chi-Chi on this account yet. I thought that was a Harbinger of Dawn for a second. Yeah, I finally have a Chi-Chi, and I guess I have a Gaming now. I didn't pull on the banner that he was on for Lantern Rite this year. So that's kind of nice to have. And we still have 22 pulls here, so let's check history again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. This is just not accurate. So editor me will have to keep track of the pity from this point on. But odds are it's probably between 0 and like 8. I would like to get more 4-star weapons or ambers. Ambers off the standard banner is what we want. The flute. I think that's what I... No, I don't have the... Who do I have that's using a flute? Is it my Jean? Probably. Are there 5-star weapons on the standard banner? Yes, Skyward Spine. I've never gotten a 5-star weapon off of the standard banner, so if we ever get a 5-star weapon off the standard banner, I would actually be ecstatic about that. We got our first 5-star weapon when we were doing our Arlecchino pulls, just because we decided to spend, what was it, 70 or 80 pity on the standard banner, or the weapon banner for the first time ever. And last one. I hit the wrong button. I'm on the... I thought we had hit the 10 pull button. That's another Fremine constellation. And another Layla constellation. I love getting doubles on my 10-star pulls. There's the Harbinger of Dawn. One day, Amber, we'll get you C6. One day. You'll be C6 with my C6 Kale. We'll make a nice team. Alright, I've stalled long enough. We'll do 3 10 pulls here, and then at the end of the stream, we should have enough Primo Gems to make another 2. Alright. From what I remember correctly, 3 pity. Just do this, yeah. 3 pity. 3 pity. Moving up to 13. Making it easier on the editor me if I can. Cool steel. The Eye of Perception. I actually do want those, because I use the Eye of Perception. wonder we'll get a physical catalyst user and the eye of perception will be the most busted thing. Just wait. We'll get a physical catalyst user and it'll be just a gun. It'll just be another gun user. That'll be the meme. Alright. 20 biddy. Portable power saw. This is also just useful to get some more 4-star weapons on my account, because I don't have a lot of 4-star weapons. There's another Harbinger of Dawn. The Debate Club. Another Kirara. We've gotten 2 Kiraras, both off of the weapon banner now. I remember because we got our first Kirara just the other day when we were doing this. We'll just finish up our pulls. I didn't mean to do that. That was a single. At least it wasn't the Harbinger of Dawn. That's going to make it annoying for me who edits this later. Another Harbinger of Dawn, of course. And another Dockhands assistant. Hey, another Goro. I use Goro sometimes. I haven't have them built. I usually just slot them in my Noelle team. Now we'll do the stuff that I've been putting off. Let's go check on Fujin. A cloud-padded cat to the Chiwang Repose. Oh, hi, Lingyun. You're still here? Dan and Paimon, you're here. Ah, Lingyuan, why are you over here? Because I can't get in. Can't get in? Where can't you get into? Carp's Rest, where Fujin is resting. Carp's Rest. Oh, you mean the place where Fujin dragged us off to way back when? It is an abode sealed by Adeptal energy. I don't have her Adeptal energy, thus I cannot go to her. But you didn't mention anything before she went back to rest. It escaped my mind. Need help? The Adeptal energy you possess is sufficient to open the gate to Carp's Rest, so yes, I need your help. Wait a sec. So you've been waiting here for us this whole time? I was not waiting for you. I was looking for a way into Carp's Rest. Seems pretty much the same thing to... anyway, you're a bit worried about Fujin's condition too, so why don't we go see her together? Fine, thank you both. Follow me. Just go to the other end, I'm guessing.
Incoming.
I forgot that we could turn into the weird carp fish thing. The secluded path. Ah, over there. This is the place. Door is open. Just go forward. Now that you mention it, when she brought us here, we could never open this seal. Power requires familiarity, or power is no exception. I forgot that there's a waypoint in here. Which means we could have just warped here. Where are we on the map, actually? Oh, that's literally under here. I didn't know that. Fujin's voice. Huh? Dan, Paimon, and Ling Yuan? Why did you all come here? Whoa, is that Fujin's voice? And it's coming from down below. I'm a little worried about you. Yeah, we're all worried about your health, so we just came here without giving you a heads up. You did the same thing to us first, so Paimon thinks we're square now. Huh. Ah, sorry. When I returned here to rest, I think I forgot to unlock the entrance. I'm so sorry you came here to see me, but I made things a little harder for you instead. It wasn't much of a hassle. But why are you hiding in a puddle? How should I put it? Because I can't return to the form I prefer yet. And with you guys always seeing me in my carp form, I can't help but feel a bit embarrassed. You're aware that we've already seen it many times, right? But before I could turn back into a human from whenever I wanted, human form whenever I wanted, not from. So I thought moving around as a carp was just a matter of convenience. Now all I have is this slick and slippery self. I find it a bit... Whoa, that's a bit of a strange thing to be insistent about. But anyway, all that matters is that you're okay. Ling Yuan said that your adeptal energy wasn't consumed. It was just dispersed around the mountain, forest, and rivers of Chenyu Vale. And that's why you've been weakened so much. If we were to collect the scattered adeptal energy, just like when we were finding the golden carp of Yaodi Valley, then you can get better, right? Yes, at least in theory that's correct, but... Right? So if we see similar carp, we should bring them back here. That way you'll recover much faster. That would be far too much trouble for you. My power is not yet that feeble. If I simply rest here for some time, it'll be enough. It's not that much of a hassle. We'll just keep our eyes peeled if we run into any. Thank you then. However, I really don't want to trouble you anymore on my behalf. You've already done so much for me. If the two of you should happen to find any more adeptal energy during your travels, please simply transfer it to the jade here. Though balance is restored to the water and soil, we can add more power to the rain jade. We can ensure favorable weather and prosperous years to come. And what about you? Really now, I told you all I need is to rest for a bit. And Paimon, I'm really quite grateful and happy that you came to visit me. This is the first time anyone has come here since the Herb Lord left. And thank you as well, Ling Yuan. I have done nothing worthy of your thanks. Alright, enough of that. And just think of me as thank you for bringing Dan and Paimon here. Really now. And lastly, let me say thank you once more, Dan and Paimon, for all you have done. That's a nice little bit of closure to the end of that quest line. Place the spirit of carp collected during your journey here. Ah, so this is like the weird Fontalucine, R&R tree, whatever that we have in almost every region. Ajdah's tree. So, 40 carp to reveal. That's a lot. We get standard pulls for doing this. Look at the rewards. So standard pulls, a crown. Alright, I gotta keep an eye out for those. Alright, now we go back here and do this challenge. I said this would be a shorter stream, and boy am I being true to that promise. We've almost done everything I wanted to do today, and we're only about 30 minutes in. When a character triggers a pyro-related reaction on an opponent, all elemental resistance of opponents decreased by 30% for 6 seconds. Actually, it's been a few days. I could probably go around collecting rainbow roses. Ooh, we get to test out a built Arlecchino, eh? Why not? They probably deal more than us. Let's do dupe. Dupe. Dupe dupe. Just want to do pyro-related reactions. That's the goal.
Trinket to the chase. Final warning.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Laid bare.
Don't blink. Stop right there.
Fire it up.
Alright. They have this way more built than mine. You're basically doing twice as much damage to my Arlecchino.
This is where you fall.
Overruled. Incoming. Nowhere to hide. Yeah. Yeah.
Laid bare.
How many points are we gonna get?
Yeah. Transfixed.
Cut to the chase.
Don't get too close. Supporting fire.
You asked for it. Drop your weapons.
Alright, just keep killing.
Overruled. Yeah. Everlasting as the moon.
Alright. The goal was to get 500 points. Now we're just kind of going to see if we can get extra rewards.
Now disappear. Let's get this show on the road.
Fire, fire, fire. Alright, let's just throw that out.
No one escapes my sights.
Spring forth. Wretched vermin. Huh, too slow.
The range on these guys is really deceptive.
You're not going anywhere. Chill to the bone. Throw's last light, crisp. Flash frost. Freshness preserved. Then chill to the bone.
And voila! Here comes the finale.
Let it rain.
sun rises. Bow your head. Step right up. Scatter! Now disappear.
Lenny seems fun. He's just a faster Amber, in my opinion. Oh, I finally got her up to...
Some call me excessively
I finally got her up to
In
friendship
truth,
level
it is an
4,
approach
which means
I
we can now
extend
listen to
even
some of
to
these.
myself.
That was a long grind for that. Alright, I said when we got to 4, we'd also listen to these, so that gives us something to do for the next couple of minutes. Okay, let's start with about Linny.
Clairvy once asked me what a real home looks like, but I had no answer for her. How could any of us know the answer when the House of the Hearth is made up entirely of people who never had a place to call home? By killing Crucibina, I was able to assume the identity of father and rebuild the house under a new set of rules. Still, I'm well aware that even with these efforts, the house is far from that ideal. As for what a real home truly looks like, I suppose that question is best put to the side for now. Perhaps one day, Linny will be able to give me a new answer. Lynette's uniquely calm personality is also her strength, and I believe she is more than clever enough to
Interesting
recognize
things,
that.
spiders.
She's an irreplaceable part of that little team of 3, and I would imagine that role brings her much joy. As her father, my duty is merely to give her the space to put those talents to good use.
Okay, what do you have to say about
I once
spiders?
had a pet spider named Bambi. Raising spiders is quite fascinating. They cannot be domesticated like cats or dogs. Any affection bestowed upon them will not be returned, and they require little investment in terms of care. It's the kind of relationship that suits me perfectly.
Interesting.
The aurora in Snezhnaya is quite beautiful. Certainly worth a visit.
That's a really short one. Something to share?
Flames course through my body like blood. This may be nothing but a figure of speech to some, but for me, it's the harsh reality of my existence.
Vision.
For the longest time, there wasn't anything I desired, until the idea came to me to assassinate Crucibina. It was a ludicrous thought then. She was a harbinger, famed and experienced, and nearly everything I knew about fighting was taught by her hand.
Yikes.
However, it appears you need only desire something with sufficient intensity and the gods will answer. In the end, I gained a vision, and after making certain sacrifices, I mastered this power. Surpassing one's teacher often requires the pursuit of the unexpected.
I don't suppose you have an about Crucibina in here, do you? When thunder strikes, when wind is blowing, good afternoon, good night. Perception, cold blood. I don't think I need to hear those. Let's go to Freminet.
Freminet has a complex mind and often hides his emotions. He blames himself for things that aren't his doing and allows them to eat away at his conscience. I would imagine the other children might find it difficult to understand his manner of thinking. But you seem to share a similar delicate sensibility. Perhaps you two would make good friends.
Neuvillette.
Monsieur Neuvillette intentionally maintains a certain distance in professional and private settings. Many say this makes him cold and unfeeling, but I believe the truth is just the opposite. In order for all beings to be treated equally under the law, a certain level of emotional distance is expected. Maintaining that kind of indifference is in itself a demonstration of kindness.
About Farina.
I asked Linny to deliver an assortment of cakes for her theater troupe to enjoy during tea time. The children made the cakes themselves, as a gesture to express the support and enthusiasm of her audience. I do hope she enjoys them.
Man, I haven't unlocked any of these. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Alright, the Tsaritsa.
When I was imprisoned, it was the Tsaritsa
Okay.
who pardoned me and gave me the title of Harbinger. I could sense she was a person of true sincerity and compassion, unlike all those pompous hypocrites with their posturing and rhetoric. Yet, it's difficult to say whether her compassion alone is enough to melt the ice and snow that permeates her land. All I can say is this. If we are forced to be at odds one day, I will raise my weapon against her without hesitation. Because that is the greatest level of respect I am able to bestow.
I think me and you need to have a conversation called About Respect, but moving on. The Jester.
As the original Harbinger, much about him remains a mystery. Upon our first meeting, he recognized my background with ease. Yet, to this day, I know little about him.
I mean, you've only known him for like, what, 4 years? Maybe more? About the Captain.
He is very powerful, and that power comes with a high level of responsibility. However, I believe him to be someone worthy of respect, independent of the power he holds.
So is this like confirmation that Jester is 1 and Capitano is 2? Piero and Capitano? No, wait, we already know the Doctor is 2. So is Capitano rank 3? Because even the Knave considers them powerful.
When I first took over the House of the Hearth, he proposed a number of plans for us to work together. He wanted me to send any rejects to him. He planned to experiment on them and then share the results with me. I heard that he and the previous Knave had quite the professional rapport in that regard.
Ugh.
All I can say is that if he weren't one of my fellow Harbingers, I would have expedited their happy little reunion long ago.
Man, how much you want to bet that when Dottore finally does... he's probably going to be playable, for fuck's sake, too. God. Are you even aware about all of his segments and whatnot? Damslet?
She is a very special Harbinger. Pose
Isn't she
her
ranked third?
question, and the answer you receive will be entirely unpredictable, if she sees fit to give a proper answer at all. Regardless, any answer you do receive is sure to be an interesting one.
Uh-huh. The Rooster. Puccinella.
The Rooster holds little love for me, and the feeling is mutual. He is an acceptable mayor, I suppose. Perhaps even an exceptional one. He has an uncanny ability to make great gains at a small price, which has earned him substantial acclaim throughout his political circles. However small the price may be, if it continues to come at the expense of my organization, sooner or later...
I wonder what Project Stooge's about then. The marionette.
I have little interest in her. She's extremely passionate about her research and does not appear in public often.
Uh-huh.
In fact, many of our officers have yet to see her at all. Compared to, let's say, someone who would go so far as to create segments of themselves to better wander across the land, I suppose you could say she is at the other end of the extreme.
Uh-huh. So you are aware of his segments. Cool. And Marionette is doing something similar. Regrator.
I won't deny that he is a capable and imaginative individual, but he lacks clarity. He can formulate grand plans and manipulate the economy with ease, yet at the same time, he allows his actions to be governed by the vengeance and hatred locked in the depths of his heart. Rational people often believe themselves capable of controlling their emotions, but I believe that confidence is their greatest weakness.
I believe Puccinell and Regrado are probably the next two Harbingers that we're going to see mentioned, since they were mentioned as part of Project Stuja. Or maybe we won't be seeing them next, but the next time we see Arlecchino, it'll probably be whenever Project Stuja gets focus in the story. Alright, the Fair Lady, La Signora.
She and Piero were the first Harbingers I became acquainted with. Her prideful attitude when she first visited the House of the Hearth failed to earn her many friends among the children. Subsequent visits were accompanied by gifts, and the stately claim that those who dislike me shall receive none. The children quickly learned how to play pretend, and she in turn basked in their attention, superficial though it may have been. I imagine she quite enjoyed being surrounded by children, perhaps due to the persistent loneliness that plagued her. I found her sacrifice to be a great shame. May she be reunited with her lover in death.
Wow. You two were closer than I thought. Child.
Objectively speaking, his personality is ill-suited to that of a Harbinger. He often tries to think the best of others, and finds himself used by them as a result. Of course, he is very talented. With time, I'm sure he'll come into his own. I see no need to judge him too early.
I mean, you've only been a Harbinger for probably like 4 years or so. Alright.
In my free time, I enjoy observing insects in the forest. The dynamics between them are fascinating. The way they hunt for food, compete with each other, even cooperate. Those that seem formidable aren't always the ones that make it until the end, and a single error can prove fatal. I observe
That's the barbecue line. They edited that together with the barbecue line
image of their suffering
from the 4.6 trailer. That's kind of weird.
I do for those that fall by my own hand.
So that they spliced together this line with the barbecue dinners line. That's kind of weird. Hunt for food, compete with each other, and even cooperate. Alright. Well, that's all I wanted to hear from that. Notice no Scaramouche line. Kind of sad. Real question is, if you pulled Arlecchino and you haven't gotten past the 3.3 Archon quest, does she have a Scaramouche line? That is a good question. Who knows? Last pull of the day. Wish me luck. What's our pity at? Does it even update? I don't know. Editor me will know what the pity is, but I don't. But present me does not know, because this is incorrect here. It was 3, and then we pulled 31 times, roughly, I think. So we should be somewhere around there. How many days are left? 12 days of this? So we'll do another one of these streams in a week or so. See if we can get lucky again. I don't know if we'll ever get to the hard pity, but eh. Nope, I thought that was gold for a second. I almost got excited. Dockhand's assistant. Alright. Hi there. Just a little bit of a bonus recording. I'm not sure where I'm going to slot this in. Maybe I'll throw it in at the end of the Arlecchino mission. Who knows? Most likely I'll probably throw this little tidbit in after the Shadows of Petrichor mission. I was doing some grinding. And by grinding, I mean running around collecting stuff in the open world to get ascension materials. And I stumbled across a little cave here. And I found our good old friend Pahsiv. Paimon, Dan. Wow, it's you, Pahsiv. Nice to see you again. What are you doing around here? Pahsiv working. Pahsiv tired. Pahsiv lie down. Huh. You're working? Foggy Forest Branch. Foggy Forest Branch. Very throw. What's Foggy Forest Branch? Foggy Forest Branch. Information. Willow. Collect. Fog. Handle. Spring. Send. Foggy Forest Branch. Mist. Information. So you mean it's information about the Foggy Forest Path? Pahsiv. Foggy Forest Branch. Very throw. Very many places. Pahsiv searching. Pahsiv tired. Pahsiv eat. Pahsiv lie down. Foggy Forest Branch. Not many. But boxes. Very many. Ah, thank you, Paimon. Thank you, Dan. Here. You found us treasure chest again? Pahsiv box treasure. Flower, shiny, sweet. Very many. Oh, so there's other stuff too? You know, Pahsiv, you're real nice, but it'd be bad if we kept taking stuff for free. Why don't we exchange things instead? Exchange? That's right, we're friends, and friends should exchange gifts in earnest for one another. So we're going to help you find your Foggy Forest branches and exchange those for your stuff. What do you say? And we can get you some stuff to eat, too. Right, we can do that. You're having a hard time by yourself, after all. Eat Tadalga, Pahsiv. You like Tadalga? Tadalga, 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 Tadalga. Does that mean you eat 5 meals or 5 Tadalga a day? Well, you might have Paimon beat for appetite. Well, what about branches then? Can we find them by following the Foggy Forest path? Melusine. Foggy Forest branch, very throw. Very many places. Very Araneus. The branches are all over Araneus then. Smart Dan, Pahsiv. Foggy path has flowers. Branches also flowers. Branch, 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 number. Oh, Paimon gets it now. The branches can be found at places with the same flowers as the Foggy Forest path. There are 6 locations, right? Smart Paimon. Pahsiv. Yes, guess we're clear now. Make sure you rest up, Pahsiv. Just leave the rest to us. Paimon Dan, good thing. So slowly. Slowly, Pahsiv. Paimon Dan, we brought some Tadalga. Tadalga, 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 swap. There's a lot of stuff here. Transoceanic Pearl. Lake Light Lilies. I need these. I have 41 Tadalga. Spring of the first dewdrop. Thanks, Paimon. Thanks, Dan. Tadalga. Pahsiv. About the branches. Branches, branches, Pahsiv. I don't know what those are. But that's something to keep a lookout for from now on, I guess. On that note, we got a ticket not too long ago, which I haven't read yet. So let's start with that. Invitation from the Arataki gang. Ha 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 ha. Wanna guess who this is from? Bingo, it's me, amigo. That's right, your bestest bud who's been down here in Inazuma missing you. Ha 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 ha. I recently ran into a new Fontanian friend, Dvorak. And he said that they've got a music festival called the Iridescence Tour over there. Now yours truly instantly thought that the Drum-Along festival we had last time, now it drummed up the Amakane Island singing and scarfing roasted lavender melons. Yeah, now those are some great memories. If you haven't forgotten either, yeah, I wasn't there for that event, or I skipped it, I don't remember. Sure, let's do this. Accept invitation. Excuse me? What did that say? This ain't your daddy's Iridescence tour. So we're going to Watatsumi Island? Right next to the Hydro Hypostasis. A boss that I have, fun fact, never fought. Never felt the need to fight it. I don't even know if any of my party members use its ascension materials. I have, like, out of all the hypostases, I've only ever fought the Dendro one, the Animo one, the Electro one, and once I believe I fought the Ice one, but I can't remember if I did or not. Alright, let's see what this Iridescence tour is.
So this is the venue, huh? Not half bad.
This is, Oh, it's that. Okay, yeah, that's not half bad. Marco!
Ah, don't you worry, Jack Attack. We'll find that dog. Even if it's hiding in Tenchikaku.
Jack Attack.
Itto, it's just a myth.
What dog?
Whoa, compadre! And Paimon!
That's sky-cleaving white iron lavender melon to you.
You finally made it! Oh man, have I missed you guys. Ah. Oh, yeah, and this is Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine. Jack Attack, you know these two, right?
Hey, Mr. Dvorak, it's you!
It's so wonderful to see you both again. I feel like that lantern rite was just yesterday. How have you been?
That was actually over a year ago.
Pretty
Now that I
good.
think about it.
So how did you end up hanging around with Itto? Is he helping you with the Iridescence tour now?
Oh, you better believe it, Mini Melon. But that's only half the story.
Mini melon.
This is no ordinary Iridescence tour. Me and Jack Attack are teaming up to turn this into the Iridescent Arataki Rockin' for Life Tour de Force of Awesomeness.
That's a bit of a mouthful.
Rockin' for life? What do you know about rock and roll, bullchucker?
Huh? What, you never heard a bullchucker rock before?
No, I can't say I have.
Moo, moo, moo! Don't try and understand it, Mini Melon. It'll melt your mind. It's about letting loose. Come on, give us some lavender melon rock.
Okay, speak for yourself, mister. Sounds like you're the one whose mind is melting.
Just to backtrack a little, what's this dog you were talking about?
Just a local legend I heard about. Apparently there was a war between the islands of Narukami and Watatsumi not too long ago. Is that right?
Yes, there was a civil war, a lot of people died. Tepe, rest in peace.
Such a waste. When will people learn? Make rock and roll, guys, not war.
Itto, you're not helping.
A tragedy to be sure. Countless animals were affected by the fallout. A raven, a bakedanuki, a weasel thief, and many more sustained injuries.
Cool. We're worrying about the animals. Can we talk about the homeless problem?
Fair
And all the
point.
people that received
The animals
injuries.
didn't deserve that. But, not to downplay it or anything, but didn't even worse stuff happen than that?
In the eyes of a rocker, all living things are equally important.
So did this dog get injured too?
No, the story goes that this dog was something like a ninkin. It would show up out of nowhere in the middle of a battle to rescue the injured animals and take them to safety.
Isn't that... Wait, we know that dog. Isn't that Toma's dog?
Rockin' and rollin' to the rescue! A king among canines! Woo! There'll always be a place for him in the Arataki gang.
Where did you hear about this?
In Rito. I was actually there while the war was going on.
You were in Rito when the war was happening? And you... Damn, how did we not meet you then?
It inspired me to write a song about it. I was even planning to host a music festival around the same theme, but unfortunately, I couldn't convince my investors.
Let's talk to Kurisu.
Oh, yeah. I heard all about that. They claimed they had to cancel their plans because of an accident at sea, but that was just a lame excuse.
Yes, they weren't optimistic about the potential return on investment. Plus, I don't know, there seemed to be some other risks they were worried about.
Like, I don't know, the Shogunate. coming down on you?
What kind of risks?
Good question. Risks only apparent to people with mora to throw around, I suppose.
I agree. When people have too much mora, they lose their rock and roll spirit.
They do, huh? So what do you mean by rock and roll spirit anyway?
You know, the spirit of, you rock up, rock out, roll the dice, and roll with the punches. And that sort of stuff.
That's as close to a definition as we're gonna get from you, isn't it?
By that definition, aren't the investors the most rock and roll people in this scenario?
Anyway, point is, those chumps are out,
I don't
and
know if I agree with that,
Arataki
Paimon.
Itto is in. I'm running the show from here on out.
How are you bankrolling this?
Oh, yeah, right! How are you gonna fill in for the investors? Do you even have any more?
I have faith in Itto. He tells me that the Arataki gang is a small but well-known and influential organization in this area, and has even been known to rub shoulders with the local authorities. Isn't that right?
Depending on your definition of rub shoulders, that is all correct.
Rub shoulders is putting it mildly. More like they're always locking horns.
Hey, don't look down your nose at the Arataki gang. I got connections, all right? Even the Tri-Commission listens to what I have to say.
Yeah, but do they do anything after listening? Where's Kooky when we need her?
Okay, Mr. Big Shot, whatever you say.
You can doubt it all you want, Mini Melon, but it's the truth. You know that guy in the Yashiro Commission? Well, he and I are officially bros. That's right. I'm talking about Toma, housekeeper extraordinaire.
I thought he was about to say Ayato, and I was gonna lose my shit.
And there's the general from the Tenryo Commission, Kujo Tengu. I mean, sure, we're always ribbing each other, but it comes from a place of deep mutual respect.
She follows you around because she's afraid you're gonna start something.
Mutual? Yeah, Paimon's not so sure about that.
So what about the Kanjo Commission?
Okay, fair. No first-name contacts there. But the Arataki gang is a big contributor to the revenue stream. All those fines we pay.
I mean, we have a direct in to the Kanjo Commission. What's her name? Chisato?
Fines?
Huh? No! I mean the taxes. Yeah. But that's not all. Let's not forget my contacts outside of the Tri-Commission, huh? Amazing, talented people from all walks of life. Like the TCG legend, Ayato. Oh yeah, he's made quite a name for himself in the TCG circles.
I think he's made quite a much bigger legend in the Yashiro Commission.
In fact, they got a saying now. Ayato of the South, Itto of the North. Ha ha ha! That's right. I'm the only serious competition he's got in all of Inazuma.
I thought Kooky was one of the top dogs, or actually... No, wait, the winner of the TCG tournament was none other than Sangonomiya Kokomi.
Did you make that saying up?
Then there's the Fox Lady, VIP customer of Yukio's ramen stall and fellow participant in the Ramen Masters Championship. I was her only worthy opponent.
I forgot that I skipped that event, too. God, Itto's in every fucking event, isn't he?
Also, you know that lonely god in Tenshukaku? Well, guess what? Turns out it was her lifelong wish to catch one of Arataki Itto's events.
I believe part of that, but I don't believe the rest of it.
During the Drum-Along Festival, the Tenryo Commission were worried that their almighty shogun might have too much fun and lose interest in running the government. That's why they invited me over to stay for a couple of days.
I believe only 4 words in that sentence.
Wow, look at you. Sounds like you're really going up in the world. At this rate, you'll have made Shogun by the next time we see you. And then Paimon will have to call you Almighty Bullchucker.
The Arataki gang never ceases to amaze.
Well, I'll admit I heard a few exaggerations there myself, but regardless, Itto has helped me secure a venue for this event, and for that, I owe him my thanks.
Ah, it's nothing. Don't mention it. My bro Goro sorted it all out for me. Let's both go thank him later.
Oh, yeah. Have we talked to Miss Hina about that yet?
Wait, you know Goro?
Yup. I always knew him as General Goro of the Resistance Fighters. But I had no idea there was more to the story. Turns out, he has another identity.
What other identity?
You've, heard of Miss Hina.
Oh, you know, don't you?
Miss Hina, so you...
Hey, no need to yell, all right? Yes, Miss Hina. She's the one who told me. After falling for the Tenryou Commission's tricks at the Drumalong Festival, I figured I'd find a new location this time, somewhere out of their reach, like, here, for example. So I wrote Miss Hina a letter, asking if she knew anything about the procedure for holding an event on Watatsumi Island. She wrote me back right away and said I could ask Watatsumi Island's general for help, and that his name was Goro.
I keep forgetting that he's pen pals with Miss Hina, who is just Goro in a dress.
I was like, what?
I've never
General
participated
Goro
in the event,
is
but I've seen the
general
cardboard
of
cutout.
all Watatsumi Island?
That was close. Paimon's with you now, but what did you think general meant?
What do you mean? Isn't it like one general per squad or something?
General is overall leader of the forces. Sometimes there's more than one. I think like 5 is a good number.
That's called a captain.
Really? Huh. Well, either way, if it wasn't for Miss Hina, I never would have known. Pretty rock and roll, huh?
I'm really concerned about your educational background. Anywho, so rock and roll.
All right. Good chat, compadre. I just remembered I got a meeting with Goro coming up. Gonna ask him about that dog situation. Gonna have to love you and leave you for now.
Sure you don't want us to join? We could help.
You guys focus on having a blast here at the festival. I think I can handle this little canine conundrum.
You know what? I actually believe you.
There's still a few days left until the big party, so not everything's set up yet. But, the Jam Zone and the Roasted Lavender Melon Zone are ready for action.
The roasted lavender melon zone.
Have fun, compadre. Got a dash.
What a character. Gotta admire his enthusiasm, though. Well, it looks like it's just the 3 of us for now. Why don't I show you the Jam Zone to start with?
I'm gonna have to do the stupid musical game again, aren't I? This ain't your daddy's Iridescence tour. Oh my god, the full name of the title. I ain't gonna be able to fit that in a thumbnail. We're just gonna say Iridescence Tour 2024. Go to the Jam Zone. Oh, this isn't the Jam Zone? Oh, this is the Jam Zone. Why is there this massive stage if this is the Jam Zone?
Here we are. I've supplied musical scores and instruments from various regions, including a horn I personally brought from Fontaine. You can play whatever music you like. If you get tired, the Roasted Lavender Melon Zone is just over there. Itto says that lavender melons are rock and roll fuel. So what do you think? Want to give it a try?
I guess that makes Paimon flying rock and roll fuel?
Hey, cut that out! Oh, lucky Itto's gone, otherwise Paimon would never hear the end of it. Let's change the topic. What other fun stuff is there to do here, Mr. Dvorak?
Well, we're planning to invite some more
Well,
music
add
enthusiasts.
that to the list of
and we're still
Paimon
getting
titles,
some
Flying
supplies
Rock and
together,
Roll
so
Fuel.
we can decorate the place a little. But it could take some time. The Arataki gang has shifted their focus to the dog situation ever since I brought it up. Only one of them is actually sticking to the plan. Her name is Kuki Shinobu. She's out delivering invitations right now.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep, that's the Arataki gang for ya. Everyone else goofs around while Shinobu gets things done. We should help out. We can't let this event get totally derailed when Shinobu's out there doing her part.
Oh, I mean, are you sure?
Absolutely, we can handle it.
That would be extremely useful. We're starting to get behind schedule, and a couple extra pairs of hands could make all the difference.
No problem. We're happy to help. So you need us to find some music lovers and gather materials for decorating. Was that it?
Exactly. According to the original plan, we aim to finish everything in 5 days, and then the big party can begin. Actually, give me a second. I'll make you a checklist of all the outstanding tasks. That way it'll all be clearer. Oh,
Okay.
also, one other tidbit to share with you. Itto is planning to perform a song on stage on the final day of the event.
Ugh, typical bullchucker.
If it's as good as the Hu Tao one we got in the Iridescence tour last year, I'm excited. People said it was bad, but I actually liked it.
Oh, Paimon would steal the show for sure. No one would give Itto a second look after that.
Why? You want us to go on the
Pretty
stage?
sure he'd yell out, "Paimon's so rock and roll it hurts!" And then he'd run off the stage, bawling his eyes out.
Those are some bold claims, Miss Paimon, but that kind of confidence would serve you well on the stage.
Ah, Paimon's just kidding. Anyway, we'll be ready for that checklist as soon as it's done, Mr. Dvorak.
Great. Feel free to take a look around. I'll bring it over in a few minutes.
No, view the venue. Alright. I mean, let's talk to Dvorak.
Feel free to take a look around. I'll be with you in just a moment.
Alright. Just in case we miss any dialogue. How is this thing being held up?
Well.
Hey,
If it isn't the
Heizo!
Traveler and Paimon.
I don't think I've ever seen you in any event ever. I actually haven't even done your hangout yet.
Whoa, Shinobu and Heizo! What a surprise!
This truly is a pleasant surprise. Although, not that surprising, to be honest. I was just telling Miss Shinobu that I had a sneaking suspicion we might run into you.
And here's the reminder text in case you don't know who this character is. I'm not going to read it.
Doshin Shikanoin was talking about you constantly the whole way here. I guess the universe answered his prayers.
It's called intuition. Names pop into my head at relevant moments, just the way my mind works.
I'm similar, actually. Great to see you both.
Paimon sure wasn't expecting Heizo to be the first one to show up.
Boss nagged me to prioritize the Tenryo Commission invitations. He specifically requested Madame Kujo Sara and Doshin Shikanoin.
So, why isn't Sara here?
Almost certainly because she has no desire whatsoever to see Itto. In her defense, here's what was written on the invitation letter.
Oh, God.
Kujo Tengu, come meet me at the top of the Sanganamiya Shrine. Let's go nuts and have a totally rock and roll sumo wrestling match.
Why? Why did you make that the invitation to Kujo Sara? How am I supposed to make fun of her ridiculous clogs if she doesn't show up?
If I were Kujo Sara, I'd jump at the chance to throw Itto off the roof.
Okay, if you put it that way, never mind.
But then wouldn't Kokomi come and throw Sara off too? All that stomping around on her roof, the noise would drive her crazy.
True.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Madame Kujo Sara's response was much more magnanimous than mine would have been. She gave us a basket of lavender melons to bring as a gift.
Magnanimous? I'm not so sure. Something tells me she's trying to send a message.
With a basket of lavender melons?
What message?
If that Oni brat wants to pick a fight with me, there will be plenty of lavender melons waiting for him at the police station.
Really?
Maybe the fact you assume that says more about you than her. So what about the other basket of lavender melons, huh? Is that one from you? What message are you trying to send?
The other basket is actually from a few of us at the police station. I chipped in, and so did some other Doshin who've arrested Itto before, and so did some of Itto's former cellmates.
Damn, Itto is popular, even in prison.
So, I guess this basket of lavender melons is our way of saying, there'll always be a place for you here.
Maybe just give Boss the melons and don't mention that part.
Sure. Well, my work is done here,
Thank you,
anyway.
thank you, Cookie.
Now
I'm
that
glad
I've
you're
delivered
here.
the lavender melons and said hello to the traveler, I should probably get going.
Aren't you gonna stay for the event?
Don't worry, I'll definitely be back for the big party. But I have some business to attend to in Rito first.
Is it about this dog nonsense?
Eesh, being a detective sounds busy. I got you running around all over the place. Oh, wait, Rito! Do you happen to know anything about a mystery Ninken that appeared during the war? Apparently a lot of people in Rito were talking about it.
Didn't we get to fight that Ninken dog during the sword fighting event where Ayaka got the new outfit from Fontaine?
Ah, the dog, yes? That was the inspiration behind this music festival, wasn't it?
Was it?
Shinobu told me all about it.
Oh, never mind. Paimon just thought a detective might have the inside scoop.
I'm only speculating here, but from experience, I'd say it's probably just a local legend. I doubt the dog even exists.
I absolutely believe the dog exists, and I think it's Toma's dog.
What's wrong?
The one that's, like,
From
sitting
the
in the
look on
tea
your
house
face,
in
You've got a vested interest in this situation.
Azuma City.
Interesting. Well, since I'm going to Rito anyway, I can always ask around and see where it leads.
Sure it won't impact your work?
Don't be silly. If this matters to you, that's a good sign that it'll turn out to be something that interests me too. Stay tuned for more info. See you all soon.
Seems like Doshin Shikanoin's quite the lone wolf. Well, I'd better get back to delivering these invitations. Gotta make sure the big party's a success.
Alright. I guess
In
you're
that
going
case,
to the
guess it's time
Kanjo
for us to
Commission
get to work,
next?
too. Wonder how that checklist is coming along.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Here's that list for you. If you
Oh,
can
I
work
thought
your
he
way
already
through
gave
all
us the
this, we'll be
checklist.
back on track.
Great! Perfect timing, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get on it right away.
Thank you. I'm very grateful for your help. If you feel like flexing your musical muscles to take a break at any point, just come and find me in the jam zone.
Alright. And that's the end of the quest. Here we go. The event start. Now we have to do a bunch of random nonsense to get primos. Venue decorations out of 6. Unlocked after getting components from the Trinket Trawl. Filled with fervor, not famished. Complete all meeting melodies and Twilight Goes Nocturne. Unlocks in 10 hours, 2 days, 2 days. Alright, it's this nonsense again. Really? Nahida's theme, eh? How do I unlock these? Oh, they unlock in 4 days. 10 hours. Trillion Trinket Trawl. What is this? Follow Dvorak's checklist by defeating specific monsters, collecting designated Teyvat regional specialties. You to photo taking. Okay. That doesn't seem that hard. Meeting of Melodies. Complete Twilight's Go Nocturne first movement, second movement, third movement. 10 hours, 2 days. So we'll probably finish the other half of this in a couple days.
Whenever you need me, I'll be there.
Okay. Let's give this a shot. Oh, hang on. This letter, elegantly written, has been signed Shikuin Heizo. Read letter. I asked some Rito residents, but none of them have heard of which you call the Ninkin on the battlefield. The sheer lack of information has quite surpassed my expectations. It's quite strange, even for information that has not yet spread widely. I'll continue searching for clues. This letter is elegantly written. Interesting. Message for Shikuin Heizo's message. Initiation, everyone loves happy for you. We believe that you've got to be good for the event planning. You'll be a little harder. I'm sure you'll have a report for us all in due time. So please take the lavender melons with compliments from the police station. Oh yes, Madam Kujo-Sara wishes to pass this message on your behalf. The General Commission is watching you. Don't forget that. A message from Itto. I was delighted to hear that you were holding another festival, Itto. As such, I have commissioned a set of audio equipment as a congratulatory gift. Also, I have recently heard the children of Hanimizaka saying Ayato of the South, Itto of the North. Could you enlighten me as to what that means? So it isn't just fucking Itto saying it. The kids are saying it. Toma's message. Hey, Itto, this is your second time organizing this sort of musical event, right? Huh? Didn't think you'd move the stage to Watatsumi Island, opposite of Sanganamiya Shrine, no less. Very cool. I asked the clan head and it was agreed that we dispatch a team from Komore Tea House to help you liven up the atmosphere. They'll provide the tourists with free tea. What do you think? Pretty sweet, eh? Don't worry about it. You're welcome. I'm happy as long as you are. Alright. I wonder if they'll just update as the event keeps going on. Alright.
Hello.
Let's try this music event out. Decorate the venue.
Oh, really?
Spotlights. Obtained from the Iridescence.
Hello. Would you like to practice?
Yeah, let's have a go.
Great.
Press the controller button according to the drum beat and accentuated tone. Adjust the decision. Okay.
Hello. Great.
Okay, we calibrated it. Feels like there's some impact delay. Alright. Lustrous Trick. So we want to get... We only need to play on normal to get the primos. Do I want anything else? No. The one and only king unlocked after reaching Dulcim on Pro difficulty. We'll do hard, just to not be chumps. Cool. Alright. Right. Okay. The fact that they use the D-pad is always weird. Yeah, okay. If I lose my focus... oh, God. I am not good at these, by the way. In case you couldn't tell. Please be over. Please be over soon. Lenny! Why? Why does your theme keep going, Lenny? Lenny, stop. I don't want to play anymore. If anything, I always love how forgiving these are. %. Now, if I remember correctly, this is one of the longer ones. Alright. Heat of time. It's probably going to be a lot of hold notes. Okay. Alright. This is more notes than I thought. Ah. Okay. We're doing good so far. Ah. 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 Da, 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 da. Ah. Oh, I missed that one. That feels bad. Oh god. I'm losing my rhythm. Okay, got my rhythm back. Ah, nope, lost my rhythm. Okay. We did not do anywhere near as good that time. 73%. Barely got it. Above 70 is what I remember is required to get the highest score. Just a few extra rewards. Already got 200 tickets. So... Oh, we get a Goro for doing this. I mean, I could always use another Goro. 1,000 tickets. So we need just 1,000 tickets to get all the primos. Defeat 3 types of ruin machines.
Overruled.
We had the resin. Might as well use it. And just like that, we got another one of these done. Obtaining components, and that unlocks in 10 hours. Spotlights on. Complete a meeting with Melodies to unlock. We can teleport to Dvorak, thank God. Oh, thank Archons. Although thinking Hoyo would be the most proper thing to say. I have no clue how much of this I'm going to leave in, to be honest. I have like a 45-minute edited down VOD already from like a 2-hour VOD, and I'm curious to how much of this I'm going to leave in.
Hello. Would you like to... Oh, really? You've got the things from the list? Great. I'll take those. Thanks so much.
Alright, more festival fervor. Then the next one of these unlocks in a day. Oh, cutscene. Spotlights. We killed all those enemies to create spotlights. Some mecha, some ruin machines, and some primal constructs. And then we have a long way to wait for those. Meeting of Melodies. Right. So we had to do these challenges. They're all in Inazuma City. Why are they all in Inazuma City? You know what's the funny thing is, even if we do get Arlecchino's weapon, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time leveling that up now. And I don't even know what materials it takes to upgrade. Is this the first one? Invite you to attend the music festival. Did I hear you wrong? There's a music festival? Is this a music festival or a food festival? Music and serious formal music exchange to boot. By the way, do you have a music you enjoy? You can play it for you right now. Oh, so we're doing invitations. Oh, you're serious then? Well, I do have something in mind. I can try humming it for you. Try playing it then? Sure, I'll give it a go. Quite a lovely surprise. Oh no. During Meeting Melodies, you must choose the most suitable note from the selection of notes to fit into the empty space of the track being hummed. I am tone deaf. You expect me to do this? Okay. Oh, God. This is punishing me for not pursuing music after 3rd grade. I stopped pursuing music in the 4th grade. Dun, dun, dun. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. We can cheat. Oh my God. Wow, we got a half right on our first try. Okay. Got it in 2 attempts. For someone who's tone deaf, I'm amazed I even did it in that many tries. I thought I would have to take like 16 attempts and we get it all wrong every time. That took us 3 minutes. It did not feel like it took us 3 minutes to do that. A brilliant recreation. That said, I have no clue what the song is called. A fox-eared customer of ours likes humming this one when she comes over for some ramen. She's one of our VIPs. Come around a few days ago, in fact. I wouldn't have remembered that song at all. Miko! Guess it tells you all you need to know about me and the music, eh? If you're looking for a food stall, I'd recommend you look for Tomoki. Fellow's got an adventurous spirit, even as a fan of music. You should be interested nonetheless. Hi, Tomoki. I'm here for some Dongo milk. I mean, I'm here to invite you to a music festival. And you know I like music. Well, to be truthful, where I get most of my creative ideas. Then you have to use music and really try it. We can play it for you. Oh, that's a long list you'll be looking at if I had to pick one. It might be this traditional piece from Konda Village. That's where I started my culinary journey, in fact. Could you play a piece where I hum the tune for you? I'll give it a go. Thank you. This means the Traveler is canonically less tone-deaf than me. I'm curious, did Marco actually record all of these, I'm guessing? Or did they get other people? Alright. Alright. First try! I'm not tone deaf! Seeing Arlecchino play this in the background with like that blank expression just reminds me of one of my favorite guitarists, Tony Iommi, who has like just the most serious and focused expression when they're strumming their guitar. It really shows that they're in the zone, and I respect that. Now, for the way you dress, I suspected you were from Konda Village yourself. Sounded just like the original. Alright, I decided I'm heading to this festival. Maybe immersing myself in the music there might give me some new ideas. I'll move my food stall over there. Not that my skills are the most impressive, but I'm sure to add to the atmosphere at least. That's a success. Alright. Oh, owie. We're gonna invite the grocer. How strange, no one's ever invited me to go attend such an event before. Well, that's why we're here. You must have music you really love, right? We could play it for you. We're serious musicians. Music, you say? Well, there's this one that I heard a long while back. I was your height when I last heard it, I believe. I only remember bits and pieces of it. Could you play it for me all the same? I'll give it a go. Here we go. Wait, I recognize this song. That's like the main menu theme for when you're loading up the game. Dun. Ah, I messed one up. Yeah, that's wrong. There we go. Second try. I love how scared and terrified I was of my tone deafness that this would be near impossible, but being able to play it by ear is really nice when the choices are narrowed down so much. They give you all the tools you need to figure it out. Dream Aria. Ah, lovely. It seems you're quite the dab hand at making others' wishes come true. It's been almost 20 years since I heard this tune. It was a boy in the neighborhood who played it for me. His wish was to travel and see the outside world. It's a shame that I couldn't have been the one to help him. Ah well, would you look at that. Straight off from the topic. I'm afraid I can't help you with the music festival. Sugimoto Groceries just can't do without me right now. Still, I'm glad to have heard it once more. Thank you so much. Alright. Alright. To the Dvorak. Alright, let's see.
Hello. Would you like to Oh,
Decorate
really?
the venue. We're like, what, 2/5 done now? And it's gonna take 10 hours and 2 days before we can complete everything. Hey! Mr. Dongo Milk's here now. Taste for food, and especially for the event. What kind of creative cuisine is that? Dongo milk that's been marinated in rock. Marinated, macerated, and roll. Rock and roll dongo milk. Here, have one on me. Don't go that far. I might be able to begin with. Not hearing rock and roll, I made it listen to. That's why it tastes like regular dongo milk that's been lying around for a while. By the way, there's some customers are even willing to pay double the price for regular dongo milk just to get it off their hands. Must be the power of rock and roll, eh? So mind-blowing, even put into words. Rock and roll dongo milk. Just buy it for the lulz. Okay, let's read the description on this. This has got to be hilarious. Rock and roll dongo milk. Restores 26% of max HP to the character, regenerates as well. Oh, it's one of the regen potions. I love those. Having sat beneath the stage for day and night, this dongo milk has been fermented using the yeast of rock and roll, transforming it into rock and roll dongo milk. They say its flavor has undergone some marvelous change, but still more amazingly, it can be sold for twice the price of the original version. That really rocks. Funny. Well, that was indeed something. So we only have 6 days left of this banner. Oh, I thought I had more of these crystals. Let's go to the shop. Alright, so we'll end off the stream here with a 10 pull. Editor me can tell us what the pity we're at is, but to double check, let's see if my math adds up with what editor me says. 44, so we should be at 44 pity. So this will get up to 54. We might get to hard pity before the event closes out. But will we win our... We're guaranteed to get either the Linny's bow or the spear. Will we get the spear? Who knows? And not gold. Oh well. I will keep my suspense held. Sacrificial sword. I don't think I have this on this account. Or maybe I do have it, since it didn't say new. Hey! That gives us R5 on the Dockhands Assistant, and then we have a backup now. This was a really good 10 pull. Got 3 4-stars in this 10 pull. So will I be able to get another 10 pulls? So that puts us at 54 pity. There's 6 days left. We're going to have 3 pulls just from the Welkin. We'll also have 40 from the dailies, so 40 times 6 is 80, 160. That's another pull. So we'll get 1 pull from doing dailies in 6 days. So we're probably going to run out. So if I go to the shop, I can get 1 more 10 pull from just these. As much as I would love to save these for... We'll get hopefully enough to get another Amber when Amber rolls around, but that is the most I am willing to spend from here. So we're at 44.54. Let's go to 64 pity. Is it gold? It's gold. Do we win? I mean, even if we get Linny's bow, I'll still be happy. It just means if we lose, I'm probably not pulling on any banner again until we get the spear. Because when Arlecchino reruns, we'll just spend all on the rerun. Which means I'll probably try to save up like 200 pulls by the time her rerun comes around if we lose. But that's me being overly negative because I have a bad habit of losing a lot. But we win! You see, this is what I like about myself. The more negative you are, the more surprised and happy you are when you win. This is the first signature weapon on this account. And we got 12 of this glitter back already. Hooray! We have the meme weapon. 401-201. And that gives us 48. What do you even use? Grants Blood of Life equal to 25% of max HP when charge attack hits opponent. This effect can be triggered every 14 seconds. In addition to equipping the character has Bond of Life, they gain 12% damage bonus. The value of Bond of Life is increased greater than 30% of their max HP, then they gain additional 24% damage bonus. So, this is a lot of stats. It's like, yeah, this is giving EM, but this is giving us crit rate. And it's just 4% right here. I'm not going to try to get S5. Fuck that. And now we'll just save up pulls, but what for? Who knows? We'll save up till we have about 240 pulls, and then that'll decide the next thing that we actually pull on. What do you need to ascend? Wednesdays, Saturday, Sunday. Broken Goblet. And this is Praetorian Golems. The Ruined Hills. Alright, so we can't get this leveled up yet. But we will be able to eventually. I should probably just check where this is. Domain of Forgery, Curious Contraptions. Where's the Domain of Forgery?
What could the children be up? to? Never mind. Let them do as they please.
And now it's a scythe. Drip impact. Anywho. That's pretty good. Even at level 20, how much is that giving? That's giving 8% crit rate at level 20. But now I know what I'm doing tomorrow afternoon. First signature weapon. There's not really characters I really want anymore. I guess I'll try to maybe pull for Tartaglia when Tartaglia's banner comes back around. I kind of do want Hu Tao too, but eh. So I now have exactly two 5-star weapons on this account. And they're both on my Pyro characters. The funny hilarity. $37, $158. Alright. Until next time, I'll see you all in another stream. I doubt I'll be streaming on Wednesday. And I have no clue if there's going to be more content for this Arataki event. I might record some of this off stream and edit it together with other videos, but this video is going to get attached to a previous stream that we recorded last week on Thursday. So this will be a little bit of a longer video for y'all. And I'm going to probably edit out a lot of this so that it's going to be mostly just the polls and the event stuff. So until next time, I'll see you all in another stream. Be sure to look for the links on when I'm going to go live. Best way to do that, in the Discord. Until next time, see you all in another stream. Bye-bye.